right, ladies and gentlemen, gather around the campfire. It has been so much WNBA off-season news, free agency, and trades happening that we need to get everything just settled on what's been happening. So getting caught up on things. The first thing that kicked everything off a few days ago, the Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum trade, 3-team trade. Kelsey Plum leaves the Las Vegas Aces and ends up going over to the LA Sparks. And then we have Jewel Lloyd leaving Seattle, which foregone conclusion, she wasn't going to be able to come back. Like, yeah, you filed a complaint. It's pretty safe to say that you're done with them. She gets her wish and goes over to the Aces, her desired destination. And while Kelsey Plum goes over to the Sparks, and then the Seattle Storm got the Los Angeles Sparks second overall draft pick. And that'll have to be another video because now it's talk that Paige may not come out, and it's like, what is Seattle going to do with that? Even considering that Seattle has everything that probably most teams would need. I think this is something that works out for everybody. If there is a certain thing, like I said, Seattle gets that number 2 pick where they could get a hell of a talent and just stash them away. Who knows? They might get Olivia Miles and have her, sit a year or two behind Skylar Diggins-Smith, that Notre Dame connection, guard you. And then we have over with the Las Vegas Aces, Jewel Lloyd doesn't have to worry about being the alpha dog, which is some other problems that people were saying were going on in Seattle with her. Jewel Lloyd is walking in, and it's understood that this is Asia Wilson's team, and you still got Jackie Young there, and you still got the point guard herself, Chelsea Gray, there as well. So Jewel can be really, I would put Jackie above Jewel at this point in their careers. Jewel could, I think Jewel will be a hell of a second or third option in the case of the Las Vegas Aces. And then you got Plum Dog going over to the Sparks, which give them backcourt help that they need. Their front court is solidified. You got De'Erica Hamby. You got Cameron Brink. Yes, I know that she's coming off of injury. And then you have Miss Rakia Jackson, tearing it up in Unrivaled. So you have so many options there. And then now you have the outside scoring, more efficient outside scoring with Kelsey Plum going over there to the Sparks, excuse me. And so just keeping up with other news here, Alyssa Thomas is no longer with the Connecticut Sun. She has been traded to the Phoenix Mercury. And can I just say this? So Connecticut got back because Alyssa Thomas was cored, so they had to give up something. Smart move, by the way. Connecticut got back Natasha Cloud, Rebecca Allen, and the 2025 number 12 overall pick from the Mercury. And also Ty Harris is going with Alyssa Thomas over to Phoenix. Now there's talk that Brianna Jones may be going because she is a free agent as well, and other free agent, and then kind of a package deal. DeWanna Bonner, expect for her to make her return back to Phoenix. This was strictly about, like, Alyssa was just like, yo, y'all not treating me right. Like, y'all don't understand who I am. I'm Alyssa Thomas. And if y'all not going to treat me right, I know someplace that will. And especially after the All-Star break from this past season, seeing like what Phoenix has built up, state-of-the-art stuff and everything, I feel bad for T. Cloud and Becca Allen. Like, I feel bad for them. Like, you talk about you going from the penthouse to the doghouse, because from everything that has been said, Connecticut is the worst, like, facilities-wise. Even the Chicago Sky got it through their thick skull of an organization and said, yo, we gotta, up these amenities. Like, we gotta do something. We can't just be practicing at the local YMCA. We can't even run a full court game, a full court practice, because we got we got a kid's birthday party going on over here, like, unprofessional. And that's why teams like Seattle, teams like Phoenix, teams like the Aces, teams like the Liberty have become those destinations for free agents. And speaking of which, just one thing to touch on with the New York Liberty. One thing to touch on with them, Satou Sabally is probably going to be going to either the New York Liberty or there's also a chance that she can be going over to Phoenix as well. Phoenix is in talks, but it's the family connection there with the New York Liberty. Her sister, and on top of that, she get the team back up with Sabrina, and they can go on ahead and run it back like they used to do at Oregon. But with Satou deciding that she is no longer interested it seems like she's no longer interested in going to Indiana. The Fever, let's talk about that. They re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. I'm not sure at this time if it's like a 1-year deal, because she did get the core offer. So I don't know if this is like a 1-year deal, multi-year deal. Need to go back and look at some details about that one. And then last but certainly not least, BG, Brittany Griner, she is no longer with the Phoenix. She's no longer with Phoenix. Like, it's crazy because that's the Mercury are the only team that she's been with. And we already knew there was talks that Diana Taurasi was either going to be retiring this offseason or damn sure next offseason for sure. At least that's everybody's rumor. You never know how long somebody gonna play, but it's just like you kind of seeing the end come up upon us. But doing that, Brittany Griner was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get on up out of her. And got up out of there, she did. She went, she signed, was not traded, but signed with the Atlanta Dream. So her down there with Alicia Gray and then with Rye Howard, like big three down there. And then, I guess that clears the way now. Bring it back full circle, talking about the Aces, that clears the way now for Cheyenne Tyus to basically get her wish, because it seems like there's a mutual desire between the Aces and her camp to at least have a meeting and, explore them teaming up next year, because now that you got BG there, it's over. Cheyenne's kind of like, okay, cool, I probably won't be back because you certainly not going to play both of them. And then does anyone know, put in the comment section, does anyone know if Tina Charles is going to be coming back as well? Because that'll be interesting too, to see how they would run that with her and BG. But yeah, the wild past couple days of WNBA free agency. And again, we still have Satou out there. There are still other trades that can be made. Remember, people are trying to stock up draft capital as we get closer to the end of the NCAA season and players declaring. I expect more fireworks to happen. Still got to figure out a couple of things with a few more free agents. But until next time.